Over the past few weeks, I've been making an effort to write every day, to write a lot more, to get more of my ideas on the page. I've been reading more widely. I've made it a goal to read one essay, one short story, and one poem every day. And then I keep a little book by the side of my bed, and when that reading sparks an idea, I make sure to scribble it down. And then I collect all those ideas, and if they stick around and I'm still excited about it in a week, maybe I'll work on it, or maybe it'll get combined with something else later on down the road. But I'm in a really, really good creative place, and the more I'm creative, the more I'm having more and more ideas, and the more I'm happier about the stuff I'm working on. And then I collect all those ideas, and if they stick around and I'm still excited about it in a week, maybe I'll work on it, or maybe it'll get combined with something else later on down the road. But I'm in a really, really good creative place, and the more I'm creative, the more I'm having more and more ideas, and the more I'm happier about the stuff I'm working on. Unfortunately, this creativity has not come free, and has come with an issue that is affecting my life in a pretty significant and unexpected way. Now, I've never been someone who has ever had a problem sleeping. I've always been the sort of person that gets into bed, reads the book for a bit, gets tired, turns off the bedside light, is asleep within 5 minutes of his head hitting the pillow. Maybe every now and again, every month, every 2 months or so, I'll have like a bad night, but generally speaking, I'm pretty good at sleeping. What's happened though is since I've started being more productive, more creative, just doing work on a daily basis and getting excited about it, I haven't been able to turn it off. What happens is, I don't seem to be as tired at night, and then when I do so, my eyes maybe start to get a bit heavy. I'll turn the light off, I'll lie down, and then all of a sudden my head is an explosion. It's like a battlefield of ideas. I'm thinking about like a scene that I was working on and how like I might solve it, or how I might go at it in a different way. I'm thinking about an idea that I had and how that would play out as a story, or I'm thinking about how I connect these two disparate ideas, like how would they work together. All of this stuff is just going round and round and round and round, and I'm really struggling to switch it off. That's honestly why the notebook like came in. I was like, well, if I get it out of my head, if I just write it down, then it's out and it's out of my brain, and maybe that'll let me sleep. But it hasn't really worked. And it's becoming like a pretty serious problem, to be honest. I was traveling for work, and I was staying in a hotel, and I needed to be up at like 7 in the morning. I had a really long day ahead of me, and I slept maybe for like 2 hours that night, and I was an absolute zombie the next day. And then even when I went to sleep the night after, where you're like, oh, I should be so tired, I've only got 2 hours of sleep, still I just feel like I wasn't really getting there. And at the moment, I seem to be in this cycle where it's happening every single night. And it's really awful because, this is, in many ways, this is what I've always wanted. I've always wanted to be the kind of writer that's like obsessive about their work, who thinks about it all the time, who can't wait to do it, who really feels like they're making like good, important work. All of these things I've wanted for so long. And it's just such a shame that now that I have them, I feel like it's come with this really unfortunate side effect. Whereas when I was just going about my life and my daydreams and wasn't really working on anything, I slept like a baby. So I'm making this video to kind of ask you, like, is this something that happens to you? And if it does, have you found ways to deal with it? Honestly, this is only something that's come up in the last few weeks, and so I'm sure that there are solutions out there. So I just thought I'd make this video. I'd test the water and see if I'm alone, or if there are other people that are going through this, and how you deal with it, and what your tips are, because I don't want to stop being creative. I feel like I need to be creative, and I'm happier for it. So I need to sort out this sleep thing. So let me know what you think, and we'll get into it in the comments.